If the foundation of society is family, where do you see the breakdown of family happening? And what can we do as individuals to help build society back?
I think a big part of the breakdown in the family is our idiot concept of our idiotically one-sided conception of right and freedom. It's something like that. And the reason I say that is because, well, let's say, why would you be disinclined to engage in the process of building a stable family? And one answer might be, well, you're just utterly useless, right? You can barely take care of yourself, much less someone else. But let's leave that aside for a moment, although that might be a contributing problem. That's just sheer inability. Another problem would be, well, it's kind of an immature hedonism in some sense. Why would I want the burden of a family? Why would I want the constraints of a permanent relationship when I can have all the freedom to choose? It's like, well, first of all, why do you think that a family is a burden? And second, why do you think that all that choice, which I doubt you have anyways, is freedom? Well, like many people say, well, you know, I don't want to limit myself to one partner. It's like, no, you don't want to limit yourself to one partner, but pretty much everyone else wants to limit you to maybe even less than one partner. It's a deep immaturity and ignorance that's gripped us because we don't understand. Here's something we don't understand. We don't understand. It's a three-part set of propositions, theses. You need a meaning to sustain you in the face of suffering, or you become bitter and nihilistic and malevolent and hopeless. The meaning that will sustain you through suffering is to be found in the adoption of responsibility. Now, every time I've said that, and it happened again tonight, every single person goes silent. Why? It's because no one said that for 60 years. And everyone knows it. You think, well, and I can be very concrete about this. My wife and I both were very ill over the last 3 years. My daughter was also very ill. And ill in a very brutal way. And ill in a brutal way that unfolded over months and years. And we've had ample opportunity to reflect on what made that bearable to the degree that it was bearable. And the answer is pretty clear. What made it bearable? The love we had for our children, the love we had for each other, the love we had for our friends, and mutually so, the love that was reflected back to us by the broader community.